Hello world! Welcome back to another ImaginaryCTF 2024 write-up video. In this video, we'll be walking through the web challenge journal. Let's get into it. Dear Diary, there is no LFI in this app, and they give you an attachment to download as well as a URL to go to. We'll go ahead and open up the URL, and as you can see here, we have different file links that we can click on. And if we click on them, if you look up in the URL bar up here, you can actually see that there's a get parameter of file being set, which is probably going to be exploitable. Let's go take a look at the actual challenge files themselves that they gave us. And here's the source code right here. We're going to open that up in code. And we can see a files directory here with all those files that we see listed over here. And then we have a Docker file. And in the Docker file, it shows us that there is a flag.txt file that we probably have to figure out how to read. And we can see that it's being randomly assigned a name, so we can't just read flag.txt. We actually have to list out the flag.txt to know what it is. And then we have an index.php, which is probably going to show the source code of what we need to actually exploit. We can see that if the file get parameter is set, then it's going to set a file path with that file in it, and then it's going to assert and check whether that file has ... in it. And that's going to prevent us from doing LFI in this file. So it's going to be something else. Now, if you notice, our file parameter here is not sanitized at all. It's reading in whatever we put in as the get variable and then slapping it into this assert function. So maybe there's a way for us to escape this function, or at least make it so that we can actually execute something within that assert function in order to get our flag, which means that this is susceptible to command injection. Now we need to craft a payload to pass into the file parameter. Well, we can do that by modifying this file here to see how it would work. In order to do that, we know that this file is going to be whatever we put in. So what we probably want to do first is escape the single quote, and we'll want to escape the second one. Now what you can do in between these two quotes is put a dot as a concatenator, and then what we can do is run system, which will run shell commands on the back end for us. And we'll want to do ls/ like so, because we know that the flag is in the root directory. And this is a good way to test whether our payload actually works here. And then we're going to put another concatenator there to close off the other set of single quotes here. And what this should do, because it's inside the assert function, is actually execute this in order to validate whether this is actually false or not. And we know it's not going to be false because there's no double dots in our payload. But this should give us a clean injection. So we're going to copy our injection, and then we're going to paste it into our file parameter up here. And sure enough, we get a directory listing of the root directory. And we can actually see our flag right here. So all we have to do is copy and paste that into up here. But we don't even need to do that. We can just simply modify our command up here to say cat/flag star like so, because we don't really care about those extra characters if we use a wildcard. And there's our flag. Assertion failed. So we'll copy that, paste it in, and submit. All right, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Turn on post notifications to get regular injections of cyber content directly into your feed. Check out our Patreon, join our Discord, and follow us on Twitter. Links in the description box down below. And leave any feedback or questions in the comments section down below. This is Almond Milk. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.